Time to go back to school for millions of kids across the country, but settling into a new routine can be a bit stressful for parents as well. Hopefully, we're going to get some help now with parenting expert Erica Suter. Erica, good to see you. I'm very happy my kids are back in school. As stressful as it can be. It's like, phew, okay, here we go. So I'm just curious, overall, what's the advice that you have been giving, writing about when, it just comes to getting kids back into the mindset of a routine?
The most important thing to remember is that kids thrive with order. Even though they complain and they protest, you really do need to reestablish those routines, have a set time for sleeping, waking, even a time for homework, dinner, and then work in playtime and downtime. When kids know what to expect, they do a lot better, they perform a lot better.
It's true, and it's interesting as my kids get older. They're now 12. They were entering middle school. The anxiety kicks in a lot more. They start thinking about different things versus elementary school. So I guess we could take it. What do you think is the toughest transition? Do you think it's elementary to middle school to high school, entering in, thinking about college? What have you found to be maybe the most stressful?
I actually see that every major transition can be really stressful for kids, and they don't always tell us what they're feeling or what's going on, so we kind of have to pay attention. Are they cranky? Are they withdrawing? Are they having trouble getting along with other family members? That's often a sign that they're worried about this next big step, whether it's going to junior high, into high school, or college. So you want to make sure that you talk to your kids every night and listen to what they're saying and reassure them, but also acknowledge those feelings that they have, because they're very real, and we want to make sure that they feel heard and that they can come to us if they are scared and worried.
So what's the best way to kind of set the vibe? Sometimes I find it at nighttime, right, when they're in bed, getting just ready for sleep. Sometimes it is at the dinner table. Sometimes it's one-on-one. What do you think works best?
If you can do one-on-one, that's great. But if you have several kids, that's hard to do. So dinner time and bedtime, sometimes when kids are relaxed, they're kind of calm, they're settling down, that could be a good time to have them open up. I know for my son, I used to pick him up every day from school, and we'd have that talk kind of right at pickup because we were alone and it was our time together. So it's just important that they know that you want to listen and that you're not going to, criticize or preach to them. They just kind of want to be heard and express themselves. So it's our job as parents to do that.
So what also do you find as a good way to sort of relieve the stress? Because I find myself already putting together the schedule. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have the big board, up in the kitchen there. They have to look at it, but I also see the panic in their face when they see everything set for the week, right? So help me out here.
That schedule is critical.
Go ahead, please. Tell us how to release.
The schedule is critical. Everyone has to know where they need to be, when they need to be there, including mom and dad, grandparents, whoever is in your household. So it is daunting to look at that, but to know everything that's coming up so you don't forget those soccer cleats, or you don't forget the bake sale, or some school event that's coming up, or the dentist appointment. So those calendars are key. I also have a digital one. A lot of parents use a shared electronic calendar that they can access on their phone, where their kids even have access. And that's really important so that no one misses something big and important. And that's what's really stressful, when you miss a big event that you need to be at or have something prepared for.
Okay, so you hit on devices. I want to ask your opinion about that. We don't do phones yet. I'm trying to hold off as long as possible, hopefully until high school. But, every kid around them seems to have a device now. What's your philosophy on that, on how to manage phones?
Well, it's really hard to take away devices completely, or if a kid's going into that preteen age, to deny them the device, especially if they're out and about and you need to be in contact with them when they're not with you. So I suggest having very hard rules about when devices can be used. When you're at home, I recommend that everyone have an unplugged time, including the grown-ups in the house. And that kind of sets the tone. It sets an example for the kids that you don't need to be on your devices all the time. I also recommend not allowing them to be on social media until they're a little older. For some kids, you know your kid, you know what they're ready for. So for some kids, it's maybe 13, 14, 15. They can be on certain apps For little kids, I'd say avoid those. They should just be watching maybe cartoons or playing age-appropriate games.
Great advice. Erica, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.